surprised that you didn't know there was an audience. Are you reading something?
I am. I'm about to do a play in London for 2 weeks. Sort of to celebrate my 10th anniversary as artistic director of the Old Vic Theatre.
Yes.
And this is the first time I've done two things. It's two firsts for me. I have never done a show in the round, but we've reconfigured the Old Vic as a theater in the round, and that means there's nowhere to hide. And two, it's a one-man show. This is a play about a great American attorney named Clarence Darrow that Henry Fonda did in the 1970s, and I'm about to do it. And this is Act 1, and this is Act 2, and I have to take every chance I get to learn this because I have 2 weeks. So, go ahead.
And I bet you could do that and still have this interview because you're a multitasker. You're a brilliant man, and we'll talk about the documentary, which is fantastic, and what a way to see the world, too, for a viewer to watch it. But it's fantastic. You're fantastic, and I can't thank you enough for playing with me when I hosted the Oscars. You were fantastic.
You were great. It was easy. It was easy.
I mean, I think you jumped in there to tip to give us a tip for Elsa. You jumped in the back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
There you are.
Do you know what happened, though? Because I sort of in the last year, I've kind of gotten into the whole idea of photobombing. You know, sort of understood it. And so I was sitting the aisle was here. You were up front with Meryl over there. I was sitting like 3 or 4 seats in, and I think I had to climb over John Travolta or somebody to get to it. But I saw this happening, and I was like, oh, this is the most awesome photobomb. I'm getting it. So I got straight to the back. I think I had to shove John Stamos down. I think Liza Minnelli was behind me trying to get seen.
Liza's in the blue trying, that's Liza in the blue trying to get... You're in front of Liza.
I'm in front of Liza.
But your face, because I knew where you were seated, and when I finally kind of watched everything a few weeks later, but I looked at that and I thought, I knew where Kevin was seated. He came from so far away, and so did... But you're front and center. Jared's eye is next to Jennifer. He barely made it, but he came from the other side of the theater. Because that side, your side was really a lot of fun. Y'all played with me more than anything. I loved that side.
It was fun. I thought it was a great show. I thought you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. You should host sometime.
I would love to host sometime. That'd be a lot of fun, but I promise I'm not trying to take your job.
No, but you really should host, because you're funny, you do impressions, you sing. I watched you sing on Fallon the other night, and it was
fun.
He did talk dirty to me at a barbershop quartet. If you haven't seen it, you've got to YouTube it or something, because he was hilarious and brilliant, and you've got a great voice.
Well, see, I'd love to host the Oscars, but I'm afraid I probably would just want to do the whole thing as Johnny Carson.
Because you do a great Carson.
Yeah, this is what I'd say. I say, welcome to the Academy Awards. No, this is true. It's a wonderful 2-hour entertainment program spread out over 6.5 hours.
Fantastic. I mean, the amount of... I see you as a dramatic actor with The Usual Suspects, American Beauty, Glenn Ross, Seven, Swimming with Sharks, LA Confidential, on and on and on. And then in A House of Cards, you're so brilliant and scary in A House of Cards, but you're really funny.
It's been the most incredible job to have. One of the most complicated characters I've ever played. So it's been a dream job for me.
So when you do, I think House of Cards was the first Netflix series they bought, right?
Yeah.
And was that because no one knew what Netflix was going to be at the time, and I think you established it, and now everyone's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. I mean, look, over the last sort of 8 or 9 years, I've been talking about the fact that I think one of these companies, and it was either going to be Google or Yahoo or Hulu or Netflix, was going to step up and actually decide to get into original content. And so what surprised me was that I was a part of it and I was in the show. But I think audiences have sort of proved since box sets that they like being in control. So by giving the entire series out at one moment, you know, people are binging on the show. How many bingers here? Do we binge it? Or on long flights. I had someone last week say to me, I am not going to watch season 2 until you finish season 3 because I don't want to have to wait.
Yeah.
So everyone seems to be watching it at their own pace, and obviously now it means we have to be very cool about the fact that it's a non-spoiler generation. Now
Yes.
we've got to be kind of careful about what we say.
I know, because, I almost gave something away to a friend because they hadn't finished watching it. But, you know, I can't. When do you start shooting season 3?
In June, after I do this play, Clarence Darrow. And I hear the president was here.
Yes.
And he watches the show.
Yeah, he loves the show. He has not seen Scandal, but he watches your show.
Oh, really?
Because I was curious what he thought about. Now, he says this is not based in reality. What do you think about, well, you must know, what do you think about how you're portraying Washington?
I think it must be very interesting for the American public to watch a Congress that gets stuff done.
Yes. That's why it's popular. All right. We will talk about Kevin's new documentary when we come back, which is brilliant and beautiful to watch. We'll be right back with Kevin.